always be represented by a mediator. A mediator is an umpire in Job chapter 9 who lay hand on God and lay hand on people. God loves it. Before Israel came out, Moses was an umpire. Please, can I tell you something about an umpire? An umpire is somebody who carries your God, but he's a human being. He represents the emotions of your God. Like where we read, there is always a mediator between God and men. The man Jesus is a mediator. He's an arbiter. He's somebody who lays hand on God and lays hand on you. Job said something that touched me. He said, if I have gotten an umpire, I wouldn't have suffered. Do you know why Job needed an umpire? Do you know why Job needed an umpire? An umpire is somebody that functions for God. That means he can convince God, the God in him, to take away pain. The God is in him. He is not like you, because your God is in him. So his voice is needed urgently. He can convince God as quicker than you. I say he can convince God quicker than you, because the God you are praying to is in him. And God is always happy when he gets a representative, that is an umpire. Because if we end on it, when he wanted to give life, he gave the life to Jesus in John 10:10 and 17 and 18. Now he wants to give immortality. He wants to give immortality. He must give a man and end it. Can I tell you something? There is no kind of trouble that will not end as quickly as God gets an umpire. That is somebody who will say, Lord, I'm asking you to stop this. Please, can you stop this? On your behalf, I command this to stop. Because he's the one that gives God, that God uses his mouth. He said, Jehovah, on your behalf, I command this to stop. It has to stop. If God is still wasting time, he will stop it. Yes. I say, if God is wasting time, he will do what? He himself will stop it. Because the God is begging, is already with him. What a blessing. Elijah said in 1 Kings 17, he said, before Jehovah who live in me, rain will not fall. Can I tell you something? It's not about prayer. If you're carrying God in you, even when you're sleeping, even when you're drinking water, if it's your saliva, if God is in you, your saliva is both your saliva and him, because you can't deny him. When that happens, God does not stay in heaven. He stays on earth with a man, and then heaven relocates to the earth. We are waiting for lion. Lion will not come from heaven. He will grow from a man. As a lion. No, there's no lion anywhere. In case you don't know, declaring the millennial kingdom, which is the principal reason that the Lion of Judah will come, will be declared from a man's value. Don't trifle with a man's value. If a man say God is in him and he doesn't have value, don't believe. Can I say it again? I say, if a man say God is, and there is no result, don't listen to it. God will only live, God can only be found in the life of men that have a very rich values. Very rich values. It is only men with very rich values that can house God, that can house God. Very rich values. And the rich values is not a theory, it's a manifestation. They are represented by men that when you look at them, you will know that God is with them, both in presence and in manifestation. Now I am going to go into time of Sabbath and then begin to end. When I share this with you, different ways men represent God. I said I want to share on different ways. Now listen to me. When Jesus came to the earth, he didn't represent God like Moses. He didn't represent God like Moses. Oyedebo is not representing Jesus like Kumuyi. Enoch Adeboye is not representing God like Benson Dahosa. Different people represent God in different ways. Therefore, we must be very careful when we meet people to know the way they represent God and the God they represent. Why Moses represented the God of the law, Jesus represented Christ. A man will come to the earth to represent the Lion of Judah. Now, three things determine, or four, determines representation. Number one, likeness. Likeness which is revealed by character. The character of the Spirit. When the seven sons of thunders, the sons of thunders, John and the Zebedee children and the sons of thunders. The Zebedees, when they were going to Samaria and they stopped them, they said to Jesus, "What are you waiting for? Let us call fire like Elijah." Jesus said, "No, that is not my operation. That is not the way I represent God. But that is the way Elijah represents God." Now, whether it is Jesus, in Hebrew chapter 1,